Dina, and I'm back with another video. This video is to show you my completely finished temperature throw that we did for 2022. Now, this was great. I gotta tell you, I was on the fence about doing this when I set it up last year. And many of you know temperature blankets are extremely overwhelming. To some people, all the power to you. I don't know how they do it, and they commit, and they do it in like the moss stitch or tiny stitches, because when you do it every day, you have to do a small stitch. Otherwise you'd have this enormous blanket if you did like a bigger stitch. And to me, I just could never do that. Could never do it. We did 1 day a week, and last year we picked the high temperature for every single Wednesday for the area you lived in. And it made it extremely manageable, and I think it still gave the most beautiful effect. The other reason I wanted to do it was just pick a specific color chart. Now, last year we used mostly Big Twist and a few Craft Smarts. But you know, as long as you got the colors close enough, that's all that really mattered, like matching the colors to the temperatures. Because at the end of this video, I'm going to post people's pictures. And to me, that's my favorite part. I live in Connecticut, the Northeast, and I have so many subscribers, and Rose had some subscribers that also did it, and they live all over, from Texas, California, Washington. So you get such a variety, and it's so cool because we're all using the same color to just look at the differences of, like, the whole hues are so different based on your region. So I thought this was a big success. So I am doing it again this year. And I invited Debbie, the Canadian crocheter, to join, because I thought it'd be awesome to get a Canadian blanket and to see the vast difference with the temperatures. So she is going to join. I'm not sure. I think she's going to pick colors close enough. I'm not sure if she's getting the exact colors, but I will go over that after I show you my 2022 completed temperature throws. Now, I had ended up doing a high temperature throw and a low temperature throw, because when I was doing it, I realized that I wanted to see, you know, the colors that weren't being used. I wasn't able to use them because I wasn't doing the high lows. I was just doing the high on Wednesdays. So I did 2 blankets. We used the Granny Ripple Stitch. One of the patterns is from Fiber Spider and the other one is from Bag O'Day, but they're the same pattern. They just do little differences here and there. So I will show you the low temperature first, and this is complete, all of 2022, starting January of last year. Now, if you notice, this is January of last year. This is December. So it was much, much colder in January because the purples are on the very cold. January last year was much colder than December is this year. But we had the weirdest weather this year. So we had, okay, bear with me. Let me get to it. Okay, so in December this year, actually, let me just bring you back to November. In November, we had a high of 72 in November. It's crazy. And in December, our high hit 59. It's almost 60 degrees. So, and then we went through a cold spell where we got as cold as 19 at night. Now, during the day, we did get cold for a little bit, but this coldest during the day was 35 on a Wednesday. Our really cold days was right after Christmas, that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was like, you know, teens out. So this is it. This is the smaller blanket I did. And this is the cold temperatures. And I think I like these colors better when you see my, like, as far as the blanket. But I really love the ripple stitch with this. I think it just looks so pretty. That's part of the thing that I really love about it. So this is the cold. And this is just like a little lap gan. See? Oh, it's so pretty. All right, now let's look at the high temperature. So this was, so this was the high temperatures in January of 2022. And then this is December. Again, pretty big difference. Much milder this year. Okay, now this is the bigger one. This is the fiber spider pattern. Again, I think this is beautiful too. Look at the summer months. Looks like we had a hot summer. Hot, hot, hot. Just want to see here. Yeah, so yeah, this goes from January. And then this is winter, spring, summer, fall, and the beginning of winter. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, so that's it. That's a wrap for 2022 temperature blanket. Okay, I'm jumping in because when I recorded this video, when I was editing, I lost a big section of it. It was my own fault, but I accidentally deleted it and now I can't find it. So I'm just going to re-record that section and then put it into that video. Now, Happy New Year, because it is December 31st right now. We just came back from going out to Hibachi, the Japanese restaurant that cooks in front of you. We love it. Okay, so I had just showed you my 2022 temperature blanket, the completed version, which I loved. And now we're going to discuss the 2023. Now, I might dupe some things I'm going to say in a little bit in the originally recorded one, so I apologize, but let's just see. Okay, so some of you have seen, I posted the colors and everything. A lot of you have requested it and are joining us, and I'm really excited. This is the colors. I put this on like a thicker than paper cardstock and punched holes in it to make it easier, because a lot of times you don't remember the names of it. This is just like an easy visual. Also, I want to show you guys how beautiful these colors look together. But I'm going to go through these colors after I tell you about the pattern that we're going to be using. I went back and forth with the pattern, and I was going to do another like ripple effect because I really liked last year's, but I think this year I'm just going to keep it simple. One of the things I want to do is make it very easy that you guys could just watch TV, and it's a no-brainer. And depending how you do it, if you do all 4 weeks in one shot or however you do it, that you don't have to think about the pattern. So I think we're just going to do the granny stitch blanket. Now, I was doing a scrap gan, which I haven't finished because, well, I didn't get any more of that yarn that I loved. I had to stop ordering that. But anyway, and that I was just doing the granny stitch, and I really love that look for a pattern, for a blanket that has multiple colors, especially with sporadic color changes. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll put on the screen here the basic pattern for it. Pretty much everyone does it the same. There might be a little bit differences. You're just going to chain the width that you want in multiples of 3 plus 1. So just whatever divides by 3, and then whatever that is at your width, add 1 more chain. And that's it. It's a 2-row repeat. And the only reason it's 2-row repeat, because you're pretty much doing the same thing, because you're crocheting in between the spaces of the 3 double crochets. But 1 row will have just a 1 double crochet on each end. And then the other row will have, like, it'll start with the group of 3 double crochets on each end. That's really the only difference. Again, you could take a screenshot. I'm putting up on the screen in a minute. I'll just have a black screen with the basic pattern. And you guys, there's a million tutorials out there you guys can look for if you don't know. But I think this would be a really great, simple pattern. It won't be too thick for people out, you know, down south in the really warm areas. But it'll still be a nice warm blanket. And with the frequent color changes and the random color changes, this stitch looks wonderful. And you're not really going into a stitch, you're going in between the spaces, so it goes quickly. So that's what we're gonna do. I just call it the granny stitch blanket. So that's the pattern we're going to do. Now again, I'm gonna take you back, I'm gonna go through all the yarn, show it to you, and I'm also gonna put a picture in of all this yarn together because it's going to be beautiful. The yarn that I picked, I really love the colors this year, but I picked the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted yarn, and I just love the colors. Now, do I have the chart from last year? So if you look at this year's, I had a lot of purples, and this is like, I don't know, like kind of like clay colors, terracotta colors, and like reds. So this year I did more, this is more pinks going into greens, blues, and then like ending with like a silver. So there's no purples, which I know will disappoint some of you, but I just thought these were softer, and I really like the blues for the cold months, and having the cold just in like a silver, like snowy kind of crystally, I thought. So I really am happy with the colors. And let's get my box. Here it is. Here, they came. I thought I'd open it with you guys. Okay. All right, let's get this opened. All right, so what I suggest when I do this, I just set them up somewhere, like in a tote. Like last year, I did it. I put them in this laundry basket, and I had in there a little notion bag with the crochet hook I was using and my notions that I would need to do it. I had this color sheet, and then I had printed just a little like sheet that had date and then high-low temperature. Now, same thing we're going to do this year. Going to do the date and high-low temperature. Last year I did 2 separate blankets. Now we're just going to do it on the same blanket. So each week we'll have 2 rows, the high temperature and the low temperature. So there'll be quite a contrast. It'll be very different than last year. But I'm excited to see. And I think all these colors will work really well together. So that's how I organized myself. I just had all the yarn in one place with the color chart, and then with the piece of paper that I can write down the high and lows. The way I did it was at the end of every month, I would just do all four weeks in a row. Since there's double the rows now, maybe I'll do it twice a month, but it worked out great. And I used Underground Weather, and I'd go to that, and in the more, there's like a more button, and you could go to history, and I would print it out like a calendar, or I would just leave the calendar up and write down the temperatures on my little chart. This is Underground Weather. It's called Weather Underground, sorry. I'm going to have this linked in the description box because the website is just W and then underground.com right here, okay? Now, when you get to it, it's going to look like this. So when you first go into it, you're going to just go right up here, right here where it says more, pull that down, go to historical weather, and then I'm going to put in my location, which I already have here, but you just type in whatever city you're in or town. And then you click view. And right here is when I pick calendar, right here. Now, if you do calendar, it's super easy because we do Wednesdays. And let's say I was doing December. There were, in December, we pick December, just make sure it's December. We would just go down to the Wednesdays. And it has the high and the low for each day. And you can either print this or you can just write these down on a chart somewhere. Now, if I did not go to calendar and you just go to history, just click on history again. It's very slow. Let's say you went to weekly. See, so this does the week of December 25th, max, average, minimum temperature. So on the 25th, the max was 27, the minimum was 13. You could do it that way. And again, if you do it monthly, without hitting calendar view, you go all the way down and it shows the whole month. And again, you would only need this first row, which is the temperature, and it shows December 1st, max, min, average. But I do prefer the calendar view, so I click calendar and put the month. Okay, so that's just to help you, and that's how I use, that's how I look up the past temperatures. So let's see how they package this up. Now, I have only used Premier Anti-Pilling once or twice, and I do like it. But the reason I picked it is there's just something about, I just can't stand the pilling of the acrylic blankets. And no matter what I do, it always happens. So I just thought I didn't want to go with an expensive yarn. Yes, this is a little bit more money than the other yarn I use, but this was just on sale. So I hope some of you caught it on sale. And I'm hoping it doesn't pill like the regular acrylics. All right, so seeing these in person now, because I haven't seen them in person. I just picked it off online. Now I picked 3 of each color just to start with. I am interrupting again this video and jumping in. This is such a choppy video, so I apologize. Actually, I just got up. But I woke up to, I was reviewing my Facebook, and I saw somebody had asked about yardage and how many skeins you should get. It's very hard to say how much you're going to need because we don't know how many times we're going to use a particular color. We have no idea if one color is going to be used a lot more than the next. Now, all I could do is give you an idea. Last year, we used Big Twist, and those are 380 yards per skein. I ordered 2 skeins of each. And for the most part, I didn't run out of any. I'll have a ton left over of a lot of colors, but there were some colors, I think it was 4 colors that I had to order another skein towards the end. So like I said, it's really hard. I hope that helps. Now, the new yarn, the Premier Anti-Pilling yarn, is 180 yards per skein. So I ordered 3 each just to get me started. I also picked this type of yarn because if you do run out, it's readily available and they don't usually get discontinued. So you'd be able to order another one. So I know this isn't an exact answer and it might not be helpful, but my suggestion is to order 3 skeins and then to purchase more if you need it, because there's no way of knowing what color you're going to need more of. So I hope that helps. I wrote the colors on here, but I really can't. I can't read them. I made them so tiny. Okay, so let's start. Where do they put the color? Rosewood. Okay. Sorry, that's my son. Like, he's not doing his homework. He's 18. This is rosewood. So this is for the hottest temperature. This is 96 degrees and above. Now, this is such soft acrylic yarn. It really, really is. And it has a little bit of a sheen to it, which is probably why it's anti-pilling, but it's beautiful. So this is rosewood, 96 and above. I don't know if I will use it. Then we have carnation, which is this beautiful pink. Oh, I think this is it. Yes, look at this, so pretty. And this is carnation. So this one is 90 to 95. And I love my pink, so maybe that's why I went towards pink this time. Okay, after carnation, we have azalea. And let me find it. Pretty sure this is it. Yes. Look how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm just gonna keep showing you. So pretty. So azalea is 84 to 89 degrees. Then we have a baby pink. Here's my baby pink. Beautiful, total, perfect baby pink color. Now, I apologize if you don't like pinks, but I think I really do think the color is going to look beautiful together, especially the way they blend, even like with the high and low combo. I think it'll look really pretty. Okay, dogwood. This is probably one of my favorite pink colors of all times, especially for wearables. I've gotten this color, not necessarily in this yarn, but this is the dogwood pink, and it's just so pretty. It's so neutral. And now we're going to move on to greens, and we have kiwi. Oh, dogwood is 74 to 78 degrees. Kiwi. This is kiwi. Yeah, this is kiwi. Nice bright green. And again, I just think they go really, really well together. It's gonna get too many to do. So what I'm gonna end up doing is laying them all out and taking a picture and inserting it for you. And then, so that's, kiwi is 67 to 73 degrees. Then we go to green apple, and that's 60 to 66 degrees. And this is also a beautiful green. And this is how these two look. You can see, like, very pretty. And then 53 to 59 degrees is meadow, another one of my favorite colors. Just make sure this is meadow. Yes. See, so you're seeing the greens. Beautiful. Then we're going to start moving on over to the blues a little bit. This is 44 to 52 degrees. We have spa. I'm thinking this is spa. Yes. Oh, this color is absolutely gorgeous. I thought this was a really great transition to the blues because it's like subtle. So again, that's 44 to 52. And now we're going to move on to porcelain blue, and that's 34 to 43 degrees. And this is really beautiful. These colors on their own are just gorgeous. Oh, here it is. See? Oh, I can't wait to do this blanket. I think it's going to just be gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And then we move to 27 to 33 degrees, and that is Twilight Blue. Here it is. Isn't that pretty? So let's show you now. I got the blues. And then we go from, we're going to go to 20 to 26 degrees, and that's Baby Blue. I think. Nope, that's quiet. This is not a baby. Yep, this is Baby Blue. That's a really pretty baby blue. The blue so far. And then after Baby Blue, then we're going to go to 10 to 19 degrees, which is Quiet Blue. It's a little bit frosty looking, I thought. And let's look at the blues. Beautiful. And so those are the blues. Again, and then these are the greens, and I put, this is the Spa, which is blue and greenish. These are our greens, and then the pinks. So the last color is less than 9 degrees, and that is this beautiful silver, which to me just reminds me of crystal and cold and, you know, like crystals on the snows. And here's the silver, which also goes beautifully in the blues. So I'm really, really happy with these colors. I absolutely cannot wait to see how it turns out. Like I said, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some other people's blankets, and they're complete for the year, and it looks really cool to see everybody's and where they're from and everything. So that's it for the 2023 temperature blanket. Again, to recap, we're doing it every Wednesday, starting this Wednesday, which would be the 4th, January 4th. And we're going to pick the high and low temperature of that day. And you use the color chart. So if you are interested in taking part and you have not received a copy of the PDF color chart, please email me. I will also have my email down below, so you can email me and I will just shoot it right over to you. It is a printable PDF. So you should be able to use that easily. And again, if you can't get the Premier anti-pilling yarn, just try and match the colors to the temperatures as best as you can. So when we compare them all, we can see the differences in our different region. Also check out Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. We love Debbie. I absolutely adore her. I respect her immensely. So she will be doing it as well. So check her out. And I think that's it for this video. But I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see how these beautiful colors turn out. And stay if you want to see the pictures of everybody's 2022 temperature throw. Okay, everybody, I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.